What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic, and today we're gonna talk some football, Houston Texans football. Today we're gonna break down and recap the Houston Texans' victory in the opening home game for the 2019 season, the Liberty Whiteout. The home opener versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Houston Texans defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars 13-12. And if I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, this game was trash. Like, this game was really pitiful. It was a hard watch. It was not a good football game. And of course, we happy the Texans won. And, all that good fine stuff. We 1-1 the standings. The Colts beat the Titans, so now the Texans, Colts, and Titans are all 1-1. It's a divisional game, so we all that good stuff. And I think the Texans will be listed as the top team in the season because they lost to the Saints, which is an NFC opponent, and the Colts lost to the Chargers, which is an AFC opponent, so they'll get that type of nod. But in saying that, this game was trash. Like, it's just not a good football game. Houston Texans only got one offensive touchdown, well, one touchdown period, and it was big thanks to a fumble forced by Whitney Mercilus. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Um, Offensively, the Texans did not look well offensively. It was some splashes here and there. I mean, it was there. It was one play by Fuller. Actually, yeah, Fuller had two little nice good grabs, but then there was a couple times Deshaun had to overthrow Fuller. Once again, the offensive line wasn't giving Deshaun enough protection. And today, Deshaun kind of fell back in the bad habits, holding on to the ball. It was a couple times Deshaun held onto the ball a little bit too long. Now, he got, from the talking heads on people on ESPN and all of them other shows, one reason why I don't listen to what they say, they were a lot of them were wrong about the Monday night game, talking about Deshaun holding on to the ball. Deshaun didn't hold on to the ball at all in that Monday night game, but today he did. Today he did. The running game was well. More Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson. I would like to see more of that, and that's really my issue with today's game offensively is that I don't know what the game plan was. The game plan was not a very good game plan. Um, I think this game plan could have been a whole lot better. We went away from the run. I mean, I know, of course, I ended up with 90 yards rushing, but we went away from the run a little bit too early. We didn't run the ball when we should have. Sometimes it was one drive that we just ran the ball a lot, and then we threw towards the end. That's because we run the ball. It was a hot hand. Carlos Hyde has had a hot hand for the past two games. He's had a good hand for the past two games. Continue to feed him, especially, and that's Jacksonville's defense weakness. And that's nothing that bothers me about the game. This game was out without Ngakwe and without AJ Bouye. We should have been able to dominate offensively. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to go out there and score 40 points or even 30 points. But we should have been able to move the ball well better than we did today. We have too much talent offensively not to be moving the ball. I mean, it was a couple times that Ken Stills made some snags here and there. There was a couple plays that Hop made here and there. Like I said, a couple plays Will Fuller made. But it was like hit and miss. It was very few and far in between. Like, we only had really two good drives, the two 71-yard drives. There's only two real good drives, and really the first one was a real solid one. And then those two ended up in field goals because the touchdown, like I said, was due to Whitney Mercilus. Now, I was the first one to tell y'all people this. Last year, I said it on my channel. I said it on a couple times live on Sauce when they asked the question, what's wrong with Whitney Mercilus? And I always brought up this analogy. Think about the Miami Heat with Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron. When you have three people, you have three stars. Only two of them gonna be able to eat. All three of them can't eat. Chris Bosh's numbers gonna go down. In Cleveland, Kevin Love's numbers gonna go down because you have LeBron, you have Kyrie, you have LeBron and D Wade. So because you have JJ and Clowney, Mercilus takes the hit. JJ's a three-time defensive player. Yeah, Clowney is the first overall pick. Yes, Mercilus is all pro. Yes, Mercilus had 12 sack seasons. Yes, Mercilus was the first round pick himself. But he's not as physically gifted at those two. So of course he's gonna take the back seat. Also by design. Sometimes the scheme gonna dictate him to take the back seat because you're gonna give your number one overall pick and your three-time defensive player of the year. You're gonna give them the most run, the freedom to do whatever on defensively. Now we've seen without Clowney, he has 3 sacks in 2 games. He had 4 sacks all of last year. He's had 3 sacks in 2 games, had an interception, 2 forced fumbles. He is an impact player. I've always known that Mercer was an impact player. He's a former All-Pro. So I know he's an impact player. But he can't do it if you have 2 other people in front of him. You got 2 studs in front of him. Now, let's talk about, once again, the defense. Because the defense did its job for the most part in today's game. It was 2 times that the defense broke down. There was that one 20-yard catch and run by Leonard Fournette, and there was another play by Leonard Fournette. Or no, it wasn't Leonard Fournette. It was Minshew. It was another play by Minshew that Minshew made. And like I said, back to the Alvin Kamara play last week. That's the situations that you miss Clowney. Stop with the whole pass rushing thing. Clowney's not a good pass rusher. Yes, he has the physical attributes to be a pass rusher, but you're going to the effect of losing Clowney is going to be felt in the run game and stopping the run. Now I know, and also when I say stop and run, I'm also talking about screen passes, because screen passes to running backs off the backfield, because that's basically a run play. Like it's technically a passing play, but it's really a run play because the way they catch the ball behind line scrimmage and they run, so it's basically a run play. And some teams actually use screens as their run plays. That's the effect that you're going to miss Clowney in. So that like I said, that 20-yard when Leonard Fournette got 20 yards off of a screen, and then when Minshew got some scrambles, that's the effects of missing Clowney. Because like I said, Clowney, in my opinion, is the best run stopper in the NFL. He's the best run stopper in the NFL, and that's the effect that you miss from Clowney. Not off the edge, not as a pass rusher, rather, not coming and rushing the passer, because he's not a pass rusher. Yes, he plays a pass rushing position, but he's not an actual pass rusher. So, once again, the defense, when you need them the most, lets up. Now I said this, I've been saying this, I'm gonna keep on saying it. That I don't feel that this defense is gonna be a defense, secondary rather, is gonna give up 500 yards and 5 touchdowns and give up 40 points. When you're gonna feel this defense hurt you is in crucial points of a game, whether that be the end of halves or the end of the game. Happened last week against New Orleans. I can expect that. I can expect it next week against Phillip Rivers and against Matt Ryan and against Luck, even though Luck's not playing, but against Mahomes, against Brady, things like that. I didn't expect it too much against Minshew. Now, who knows? For all we know, Minshew could come out and turn around and be the next Tom Brady, be the next Peyton Manning. We don't know. But as of right now, you shouldn't allow him to be able to go down the field and score a game-winning touchdown or a game-time touchdown. And we got bailed out. We got bailed out by the decision of Doug Marrone going forward, and also by having a stud at safety in Justin Reed. I said this last year that Justin Reed was going to be one of those impact safeties. Then when you look back at Super Bowl champions, 9 times out of 10, Super Bowl champions have an impact safety. Most of the time they have impact quarterbacks, but a lot of them have impact safeties. Your Bob Sanders, your Ed Reeds, your Troy Polamalu's, your Earl Thomases, things like that. Your Ronnie Locks. There's always impact safeties in dominant defenses. And I think that Justin Reed is going to be the impact safety. I said that last year, and once again, he makes the play that saves the game, because if not, I don't know if this offense would have went down there and got in the field goal range, because the way we were calling the game. I have all the faith in the world in Deshaun Watson. I have all the faith in Hopkins and Fuller. I really like the addition of Kenny Stills, but this offensive line and also the way this offense is just being ran. And I probably question to the guys in the Sauce Friday after watching the the game against Tampa Bay and Carolina, I asked the question, what y'all think about Byron Leftwich? Just what y'all think about Byron Leftwich? And yes, the quarterback Byron Leftwich, he's not playing quarterback anymore, but he's the offensive coordinator and the play caller for Tampa Bay. And I actually liked his game plan. His game plan was very, very, very good. And I think his game plan would be even better with an offense like the Texans. I was just think about him calling plays with the weapons that we have, with a quarterback like Deshaun, with Hop, with Fuller, with Kiki, with Seals, with Duke, with Carlos Hyde. I think that his game plan offensively with these guys could be something that could be very, very scary. Like I said, we have the talent and the quarterback capability of being one of those high-power offenses. We should be a high-power. We should be a top 10 offense, top 5 offense, rather. We should be one of the elite offenses in the NFL. And we showed that Monday night. Now, who knows? Maybe, hopefully, this is just me wishful thinking that maybe that this is both a hangover from the Monday night game. Hopefully, that's what this is. Hopefully. Because we looked at sluggish. Just like my son's Pee Wee football team yesterday. They looked at sluggish yesterday morning. And I turned around, they looked sluggish. Then last night, Texas Tech, they looked at sluggish. And today, the Texans just look sluggish. Everything offensively just look like they not in the game today. They just look like they wasn't ready to play football. Hopefully the Texans were hanging over from Monday night, from the heartbreaking Monday night, and they get this shit corrected. And we have a better showing in L.A. Next Sunday against the Chargers, because you can't play like this. Today's game was played like Bill O'Brien's first 2 years at the Texans, like we still had, first 3 years with the Texans, like we still had Brock Osweiler or Ryan Fitzpatrick or Brian Hoyer or Ryan Mallett or Jason Witten and things like that. Like, that's how Tom Savage, that's how today's game was played. It was played like a 2014, 15, and 16 type Texas team, when there's way more talent at the quarterback position, especially not to mention also at the skill positions, to be played like that. There was no reason why this game should be a 13-12 game. This should not be no 13. And we don't recover that fumble. If JJ doesn't recover that fumble, who knows? Really, this team really lost to me 12-6, because we didn't do anything offensively. And I don't blame the players. I mean, it was a couple plays that the players made wrong, but I just think this is all. I think this is all on coaching. Today was a huge red flag from the coaching wise, and I know a lot of people beg to ask the question: is Bill O'Brien the right coach for Deshaun Watson? And a lot of people saying no, he's not. And today is evidence of it, because this game plan offensively was terrible. I did not like the way this game was played. It was not, like I said, it looked like just a bad offense. If somebody will watch today's game, you would still say, Texas still ain't got no quarterback. Texas ain't got no weapon. Like, if this was the first time somebody laid their eyes on the Texans within the past 2 years, that's exactly what somebody would say. Because it was just not a good plan. Like, if you take somebody from 2016 and just show them today's game, like, well, they still, man, 3 years later, they still can't fix the quarterback position. That's how it looks. Because just the game play offensively was just so bad, and we have so much talent. And you know what? It should not be like this. And I made a video for Sauce Nation the other day that the Texans are doing Deshaun Watson a disservice, and the trend is just continuing. We are definitely doing our franchise quarterback a complete disservice. I did not like today's game at all. I mean, I'm glad that we won, but I can't sugarcoat nothing. I can't walk around and be like, oh, maybe we 1-1, bet, baby. We didn't look good. We might be 1-1, and we might be technically, like, we tied for division, got the little nod because of the NFC, AFC type thing, but it's a 3-way tie with the Texans, Titans, and the Colts. We didn't look good. And if we continue to play like that, you're looking at like a 4-12 team, 7-9 team. When Deshaun by himself should get you to 9 wins, 10 wins, 8 wins. You shouldn't be in no conversation of 4 and 5 and 6 wins. That they play like a 6-win team today. That effort was atrocious. against the Jacksonville. I mean, who knows? Jacksonville Jaguars can end up being 14-2. They can end up win all next 14 games and be 14-2. Who knows? But in your building, you should not look like that with a quarterback making his first start. No. Jacksonville don't have weapons like that. I mean, Chalk look good, but no Bouye, no Ngakwe. You should not look like that today. And that was just an embarrassing effort, and they gotta get that correct. They gotta get that fixed. And Lion Johnson. No, I like the way Lion Johnson played. You see, he got. If I'm not mistaken, he got the start. I'm glad. I want to see more of him. He made a couple plays today. I know he got caught on one time. It was one play. He almost got caught on, but they overthrew. Minshew overthrew him. But I don't know. He made some plays today. He made some nice little plays today, and I want to see more from him. Again, he's a young guy. This is his first start as well. I like his aggression. I want to see more out of him. I'm not saying that he's the next guy, but I want to see more. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. And like I said, the defense for the most part did well, just in a situation where I thought they would mess up. They messed up in. And they should have did better because it was against a rookie quarterback making his first start. I think we're starting to see the beginning of the end of the O'Brien Romeo Cannell era, which for most people that's good news. But if they continue to play like that, you definitely gonna see the end. You're gonna see the end. I mean, it's gonna end before November if they play like that. They play like that. That effort today was just not for me. The effort, that offensive game plan was not what was up. I did not like that at all. And that just, I mean, like I said, you listen to the video, you probably think that we might have lost, but that's just not one of the good football games today. That was not a good football game. I'm sorry. I don't care how big a fan you is. It's just not. I'm glad we won, but that just wasn't a good football game today. Like they did not bring their A game. They didn't bring their A or their B game. They came in with their D game. Point blank. They came in with their D game today. Luckily, they got the victory. Luckily, they're a better talented team than Jacksonville. And that's the reason why you can get victories with your D game at home, because you playing against a team that you should smoke, really. But, yeah. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell, get more videos. I holla.